the euro dollar for the week of October 11. As you see, we had our buy signal to go long the euro dollar from last couple of weeks above the 1.4718. So for the last 4 weeks, we have made about 4 attempts to break above the 147.18, and we did have 1, 2, 3 positive closes above the 147.18, yet we had no follow through to the upside. The market just makes that attempt and there is no follow through to the upside, and there is no follow through either to the downside. So at this point, the prices are behaving in an unclear fashion. There is no decisive move to the upside and there is no decisive move to the downside. Yet, once the market does trade above the 147.18 and then come back and close below it, that, as you well know, gives us one of our major sell signals, because that's what we call the turtle soup trade. So coming back and closing anywhere here below that price of the 147.18 is bearish on the euro dollar if it does trade below the 147.18, where our close is 25, so we're about 10 pips above that point. So we really cannot say that we do have a sell signal on the euro. On the contrary, we still have a buy signal because our close is above the 18. But with that, we have to be very cautious about our position, since all what we have seen now are signs of some short covering rally or buying coming into the dollar. So therefore we have to be careful over here. And if we have a trade below the 147.18, then we can take a quick short to the downside. We might get some we'll probably get a decent move, because as I said, there would be a lot of long liquidation coming into the euro if the market actually pushes far away from the 47.18. So the 47.18 is a structural core point, is going to give us a buy and is going to give us a sell. We just rounded it here to 47.20 just to make the numbers easy, and as you see, that trend here was our gift trade. We did go for the last 4 days above the 47.20, and yet, we just closed at it right there. So it is kind of a neutral trade. The bias is still to the upside, but the turtle soup trade is a powerful trade, and we should be careful about that. So as soon as we have we can take our short probably maybe on the prior day's low. So our short can be 46.82. So on a trade below 46.80, we can take our short on the euro. So as long as the euro dollar is above 46.80, we are going to stay on the neutral side. If it gets above 47.20, then we're looking to be buyers. If it trades below 46.80, then we're going to be sellers. Now we're going to go to the intraday chart so we can see where we can. We had our 46.85. So I'm just going to make it 46.80. This is our selling point, and if the prices do trade below the prior day's low, then we are going to initiate the sell. Here in the euro dollar, it would not be one of the first pairs that I look at trading in the Tokyo session. As you see, it has closed within a neutral zone right inside of the prior day's ranges, and we have no clear definitive signal either way. So we are going to in our hierarchy of trades, we can look at all the other going long the other euro pairs. I'm sorry, the other dollar pairs, and wait for the euro to give us a clearer signal whether on a trade above. If you wanted to go long, we can buy above 147.36. That could be I can put the long point here, 147. That will be our buy entry point on the euro dollar, and that is a way for us to be more cautious, because we do not want to be caught into a volatile. So I'm putting it the 147.36. That will be our buying point. If the dollar if the euro trades below the 146 here, the 146.80, then this is where we are going to initiate. I'm just going to make it so that you can clear it. Okay, it's 146.80, so I'm just put it here so there is you don't get confused, but this is the number 146.80, and at the end of the session I'm going to pull up the radar screen so that you can copy the long points and the short points, so you know where you're going to buy and where you're going to sell. If the euro dollar trades below the 146.80, then our next target, we are looking at a trade to test the 144.79 or the 144.80. In this case, I'm just going to round it up. So in this case, if we trade below the 146.80, we're probably going to get a push to the downside somewhere towards the 144.80, and this is where the prices should hold. If we do trade below the 144.80, then we have a structural failure, and that should lead us to a test of the 143.33. So our next target is going to be the 144.80. And these targets are not for you to take profits, but if you want to, but these are reference points for you to begin to make new trading decisions, so you don't get phased out of a winning trade. So our structural point is going to be the 144. So the structure short is the 144.80. Our structure long, which we are at right now, is the 147.18. We are above it, so we're still maintaining the long bias. We can take a quick short below the 146.80, and we can initiate a new buy above the 147.36.